really good, but you know, it's not 12,000. And we are live. We are going to be going into game 2 here. We're actually going to be following Swapxy this time, the enhancement shaman, and see how he's handling things on the other side.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he doesn't have Skenz as a focus. I guess they're probably going to target him for a lot of this game, and it's his healing rain that goes down. Okay, so they're just really trying to play conservative when it comes to mana, as well as make sure that the opener doesn't do too much pressure. But no sap will come out on this day, as everybody is in combat at this point. I believe Skenz may have juked that shock there. Yeah, I think he did, and he is finally able to get some dots up. And it looks like
he's going to actually fake another shock there as well. And I mean, they're going to actually maybe try to go to Boetar. I'm not exactly sure. These frames are pretty small here from Swapxy, and that's what we're judging off of. But anyway, Boetar is going to get dotted up there. He does pop Gift and Naru immediately. He's taking a lot of damage here from this RLS, and he's actually dipping dangerously low. I feel like Swapxy might need to get back there and help him out, because the bomb goes down, and Boetar's still at about 30% HP. His second Gift and Naru does come out.
Yeah, and they've had to use both Narus, and that's not the position they want to be in. Nature Swiftness may have come out, I'm not too sure, but wow, that is a super small frame. I think he actually changed his UI a little bit since the last time, and now they are still going to be hitting Skenz. Skenz at about 90% health. Gets a nice Howl of Terror.
He actually trinketed after that ended and gets full Hex. That was a really big mistake there by Swapxy, but he will be dispelled out of that Hex by Boetar. Boetar, though, is taking some damage. Swapxy going to be fully dotted up, and Shadow Flame there on this RLS seems to be getting some pretty good pressure, I have to say, this game. It looks like the first pet is going to fall there from Skenz. Wasn't the second, though, because no pet has come out just yet. It's still no pet. There comes the pet now. Maybe it was MCS, something like that. I'm not quite sure. Maelstrom proc is up now here for Swapxy. Swapxy's actually going to be swapped over onto, though, and the bomb goes down. He does pop his shield while removing all the dots, so they're immediately re-put back up, and he's at 50k. He's taking a lot of damage here from his RLS, but he catches a huge heal, and is going to be top back to full.
Yeah, that's very good for them. Swapxy still trying to connect over onto Skenz, the Warlock, for this RLS team. But Skenz, he needs to get a big soul swap once again over onto the Shaman. If they can put the Shaman, the rest of Shaman, into a full blind, and then get a nice pet banish with no Earth Shield on the pet, or with no Earth Shield on the Warlock, I feel like the Warlock will be able to die, but Boetar's health is dipping incredibly low. He's at about 20% right now. Some heals trying to be cast, and actually Spirit Link is forced there. Really nice job by this RLS to get that pressure going.
Yeah, good job there, and I think this is exactly what they needed to do. The constant swaps to Boetar seem to really be paying dividends here, and he has that Maelstrom proc. He's going to throw a heal on himself with it. Full dots are up on this enhancement shaman once again. They're going to go over onto him with the redirect kidney, doing pretty good damage. We can see Haunt and UA are both up. No other dots have come out just yet. Grounding totem does go down. Swapxy going to be taking some major damage, though, but it looks like they want to get back to Skenz, who is fully dotted up. We see Flubbah was just trying to dispel off those dots. They get the corruption and the agony, so not going to bother with the UA.
Yeah, and if we could swap over onto Flubbah, because it is, his mana is pretty low right now. But look at this pet. It's another pet is going to fall here, and that has to be so frustrating for Skenz at this point. Just so much not going in their favor. Fortunately, they have Force Spirit Link and maybe a trinket here and there, but those cooldowns are going to be up shortly.
Yeah, they definitely are, and this enhancement shaman is kind of moving around now. He's going to be hitting this Warlock in the middle of the map, doing quite a bit of damage. At the same time, we can see that Flubbah's mana is at about 70k. He's looking pretty good. We can't actually see what Boetar's mana are because there's no mana shown on the frames here for Swapxy. And there's a Maelstrom proc. He is going to just go over onto that pet, it looks like. Khuna is in pretty far. You can see his weakness up on him and everything, and it looks like they want to go him.
Yeah, I'd be hitting Khuna at this point. He's pretty extended away from his shaman. Flubbah's mana still doing pretty decently, and a pet banish when the shaman was actually trying to hit it, so a little bit of a miscommunication there. And maybe they should just kill pets the entire game, because on this map there's absolutely zero chance of getting a hardcast summon up or a soul harvest, because pillars will fall and you won't be able to get the full channel off or the full summon. But it's definitely more worth it to channel a soul harvest, because that means 3 new pets in the time it takes to just summon 1.
Yeah, you also have to remember, if they can kill that Fell Hunter and get a Soul Drain up on it, you can get 3 Soul Shards back that way, so that could be pretty nice. But we can see Skenz instead going to go for the Banish on the pet. Manatide has gone down there for Flubbah, and now we are seeing full dots on the Flubbah. They're going to go over onto him, it looks like. The enhancement shaman has connected, but Boetar is going to be taking, actually the Warlock is down so low at about 10% HP.
Yeah, he's still in a lot of trouble. No Link is available still, I don't think. He needs to get picked up somehow. There was a Naru used by Swapxy, probably from Boetar as well. Looks like he should be okay for now. He is going to, try and kite away. But Flubbah needs to get more offensive with the hexes, I feel like. I haven't seen too many being thrown out, but you know, with double shocks, double groundings, maybe it's just not possible for him to do that.
Flubbah is actually going to get coiled there. He has to trinket as the Spirit Wolves are now popped. There's a smoke bomb down on the other end on Boetar. You know, can they actually take advantage of this, as this Enhancement Shaman is not there to help out his Shaman? He's going to come back now, going to throw out a big heal probably, as he does have that proc up, but he does get hexed and it's not being decursed. It is decursed now. He still has the Maelstrom proc up. He's going to be blinded full. Looks like he just wants to sit through that. Doesn't feel like he needs to trinket it, and I agree with that, but he will not be sapped, so that is just a great sit there, and he's going to have his PvP trinket available for a more important time.
Yeah, I think he sat that because he knew his pets would be available and keep him in combat. So that's very good to do, especially if you feel like you could be swapped to at any point in time. They're going to be hitting this Warlock, and this Warlock's health is starting to chunk a little bit from this Enhancement Shaman, just connecting with him and really just making his life a living hell at this point. I think he might have gotten dots out there, which is good for him. And dismantle onto our Enhancement Shaman.
He has to be careful though. Look at his portal time. There's nothing left, man. It's about to expire, so he needs to relay that port. If you get caught without it, it's a huge problem. And Flubbah though is taking a lot of damage. Every time he goes to Flubbah, they just swapped at Boetar, and Boetar dipping down pretty low. I guess there's a G heal there from Swapxy, who's doing a pretty good job. But these swaps are really good on Boetar.
Yeah, this is a good position for our Enhancement Shaman team. They're just really, I feel like they can almost turtle at this point and then eventually land a kill. But Boetar's health is dipping pretty low at this point. He's at about 50%. He needs to be picked up. A shock on that cast, a greater healing wave cast by Swapxy, but it didn't do much at all. Boetar's still in a little bit of trouble, trying to pick himself back up. Looks like Flubbah's getting offensive with his shocks, trying to make sure less are being cast. But look at this health from this Warlock. It's chunking down drastically.
And he has no port, man. His port has expired, and he did not notice, so he's not able to port out of there at all. And they're actually just going to swap it over to Flubbah anyway. It looks like the Enhancement Shaman will. But every time that Enhancement Shaman goes to Flubbah, they just go to Boetar. I love this. And he did get another port down now. We can see that he's going to go over on Khuna because Boetar's in a lot of trouble. The smoke bomb does go down, but Boetar looks like he's going to be able to live through it. G heal now coming out, will not be interrupted. It does crit a 30k G heal, pretty important there for Swapxy to have landed. It is going to keep Boetar, just fine.
Yeah, that's basically an extra Hellstone or even a Hellstone crit. I feel like another link goes down. I'm not entirely sure whose link that was.
Yeah, that was Boetar's link, actually. The big problem now is just the swap over onto Flubbah. Flubbah is at 30k HP, spiked down so low. He's going to have to pop Gifted and Naro immediately, but it might be purged. We'll have to see. Boetar is taking some pressure as well, but it looks like Flubbah is taking the worst end of things so far.
Yeah, let's take a look at Flubbah's mana at 27k. Boetar, I'm not sure what Boetar's mana. Oh, as you can see on the target of his focus frame, they're about even on mana at this point. Swapxy is at 100k health or so. He does still have that hemo debuff on him, so if Khuna wants to switch over and dance on him, it wouldn't be that bad of an idea. And that's what Khuna likes to do. I've noticed when I watch him play, he does like a tab hemo, and that's just going to keep the bleed running, so he has I think it's 16% damage increase when you have
this a bleed. This is a full hex though onto Flubbah, and we can see that Skenz is dipping as a result of it. There weren't dots really fully up on him until just now though. It looks like this Enhancement Shaman Swapxy wants to go back maybe onto Khuna, and there's the Frost Shock Root. He's fully dotted up, and that is so annoying. You can't really dispel that with UA up and everything. But he's going for the G heal now. It's actually not going to be shocked. I think he just thought he was going to fake it, so he just let him do it. And at the same time, he's going for the hex now. He will fake that shock, I do believe. But Boetar is going to be swapped to, and he's taking a lot of damage. Remember, he does not have Link. It looks like it's just Khuna over there for now. But Skenz wants to push up, wants to get involved and get those dots going. A defensive coil coming down onto Khuna, though.
Yeah, so many defensive coils always come out from Blukstack. They don't really try and use it to kill, and that's because they don't have something to really come out of that. Maybe a bash from the Spirit Wolves, but that's not too long of a stun. So that's the reason why you always see defensive coils coming out. And actually, they're still trying to kill more pets. A greater healing wave attempt to cast onto Boetar. Boetar in a little bit of trouble at this point.
Another Nero did come up on him, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, man. He's quite low. He does land that one big heal, though, and that combined with the Naru from Swapxy, another G heal from Swapxy, probably going to be enough to keep him alive. It looks like it will. We can see that Flubbah is down to about 17k, 15k mana, and Skenz just kind of being tunneled away on right now. Going for that haunt, not going to happen. He does get some dots up on Boetar, but there's another grounding coming down. It has to be just so frustrating, man. There's just so many interrupts coming out always. There's a nice hex, though, on Boetar as he did get kidneyed, and it's going to have to be trinketed by Swapxy, and there's full dots up on Boetar, and Boetar down about 20% HP. Needs to get some big heals off. He's being spiked dangerously low. A Howlett Tear comes in. It is tremored, but Boetar is still sitting about 20-30% HP. Can they get a kill here?
They need to get the kill at this point in time. You can see he's at about 40%. Swapxy just decides, I need to get some pressure going. He summons his Spirit Wolves. Maybe he should try and get a bash onto Khuna or something. That way his Shaman can free cast a heal during the time that Khuna's stunned and can't kick. That's really what I would prefer to see at this point, and he's actually clicking the bash. A little weird to see there, but he is going to swap over onto Flubbah. Flubbah at about 40% health. Skenz still pretty low. A Nature Swiftness comes out from Flubbah. He's going to start picking himself up, pick up his Warlock.
Oh, he gets full locked on that G-Heal, man. I don't know if he is going to be just fine because he is in some trouble there. Remember, the Hex was trinketed by Swapxy, so he's going to be stuck in this blind full, and that may be enough. But look at Skenz. He's at half HP. Flubbah is just man. He's at half HP as well. And can they get the shock? And he does get that shock at the very end. And I think that Skenz might just go down here. He may have to link. He's coming in close, jigging, ready for it. He does fake that one interrupt, but he's going for the G-Heal again. Gonna land that one. He will stay alive for now, but shock is up again, and Flubbah is at 40k HP. No mana whatsoever.
I think I might count him out at this point, dude, because a full kidney onto the Enhancement Shaman, that means that he's about to wreak havoc on anything. He's going to be on full stun DR, or not full stun DR, but he can't be stunned full. And he's just going to connect onto Flubbah. Earth Shield up on, I believe it's still on Skenz. He does use his Naru on himself, though.
And the Link does go down. There's a defensive bomb as well. Trying to do anything they can to stay alive, but he just has no mana left. We can see there's just not much pressure coming out from the RLS at this point. Double Fire Nova going down. Flubbah's doing a good job kiting, staying away as best as he can. But he has to keep that Water Shield up, has to get some mana back. Otherwise, he's not even going to go Riptide himself. And he is sitting at about 40k, 50k HP. He's going for the G-Heal, does fake that shock, but there's still another shock. There's still another spell lock. And the pillar has gone down, so he's available to be shocked and interrupted.
Yeah, this is so much trouble for Flubbah at this point. He tries to get another heal off. It did get shocked. I believe there's going to be another shock available for this next heal. And actually, the Warlock should be using Tongues at this point because it's going to be so much harder, but I don't think it even matters. Looks like Flubbah may just go down at 2k health. He's just riptiding. He never dies. He's healing surges, but I take it back. He does end up falling to Swapxy, Blukstack, and Boetar.
Yeah, man, and that means